really fly, we like pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put her gas in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her eyes. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the nuts. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it on Fox. We call them Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Money.
Welcome to episode 7 of our semi-weekly podcast. We are going to cover the wild card round of the playoffs. I have Jacob here with me. He's currently trying to get the post up for everybody.
Yep.
We're just gonna, like I said, we're just gonna cover the 6 matchups that we have to start the playoffs. We'll go round by round, check and see how we did. Jacob, once you get that post up, if we can first double check how we did with our predictions.
Yes. So the final seedings. Let me.
And then we can we'll jump into the first matchup here on the left side after we get that.
So. Here we go. So I think we made this post with about 5 or 4 weeks left to play.
Pretty sure it was week 14, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so 4 games of them left. We'll start the AFC because it's on the left side. My AFC predictions were the 1 seed, the Texans, 2 seed, Bills, 3 seed, Bengals, 4 seed, Raiders, 5 Browns, 6 Dolphins, 7 Chargers. So I went...
1 and 6?
Just got Dorian right. Just got Dorian right, it looks like.
I don't think I was much better.
You had Bills as 1, Texans as 2, Browns as 3, Raiders as 4. So you got 1 right there. Bengals 5, Dolphins 6, Chargers 7. So you had 3 correct.
Alright, flip it over.
NFC. For me, Packers 1, Bucks 2, Seahawks 3, Eagles 4, Augie and the Cowboys 5, Darnell and the 49ers 6, Robin Panthers 7. So 4. Oh, yeah, I had 4. The division winners. Everything after that got a little messy. You had Bucks 1, Pack 2, Seahawks 3, Eagles 4, 49ers 5, Panthers 6, Cowboys 7.
Phew. 3?
Yep. So, you did all made better, but,
Did I get 3? Seahawks, Eagles, and who?
And, no, 2.
I only got 2, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I did the NFC better, you did the AFC better.
So, folks that are, checking us for our math all the time, hopefully that math is correct. If it's not, we're not going to apologize for that.
Before we get into this, I would like to personally thank AJ for just kind of butchering my predictions. I had you as the 1 seed, and then by the Jacob-esque spiral. So, yeah.
So we should shout out AJ early? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good to go, though.
Alright, so before we move into this, on the AFC side, who's on the high and who's on a low before we get into this? Who do you think is on the high?
AFC side. I gotta go with Dorian. He's picked up the last 3-4 games of the season were all wins. Kind of on a good win streak, and on a low. Actually, who's your high as well? Who's your high?
I think my high is Emmanuel. Neither one of us picked him to make the playoffs, and he's in. Now he's in. It's a new season. He's 0-0, and I'm not gonna make the prediction just yet, but that's a game he can win, right? He can beat Dakari.
Yep.
So I think it's Emmanuel.
My low. I hate to do it because this is my guy, but AJ.
I agree.
I think he was the 1 seed at one point, or the 2 seed, and I think he had 2 losses. I don't think he's won since we did the playoff standings predictions, playoff predictions. So.
Yeah, he forgot how to win. I agree. It's AJ. All right, NFC side. Honestly, I think it's a tiebreaker here. I don't know. Maybe you'll break the tie. I'll pick two. I think it's between Denzel and Rob. Denzel came out of nowhere and finished 6th. Rob has stayed consistent and would have won other divisions if he was in those divisions. So he's the number one, away team. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know who to choose out of that group.
I gotta go with, so since Rob was always in that picture where we've seen him have a turnaround, I have to go with Denzel. When we did the prediction show, he was the 8th seed. He is now the 6th seed, sorry. He's on a heater. He's a former Super Bowl runner-up. We know what he's capable of. And I think he has a solid matchup, so I'm gonna go with Denzel being my high right now.
Yeah, I think for me, the low is, if I have to pick, it's probably Jay. He's been having a little bit of a rough patch. He managed to hang on to that 3 seed, but again, he's in a losable game. He's in a game that can go either way, in my opinion. I think that's the guy who I would say would be at the low.
Yeah, I'm gonna think with John and the Vikings. He got in here, because arguably a win is a win, but Kobe played his backups last week. Other people lost, like Darnell and Augie. Things went his way. I don't think he's in his matchup. We'll get to that later, but I think he's my cold rider right now.
All right, so let's hop into our first matchup here. Do you want to start at the top, the bottom, the middle?
We can go top to bottom.
All right, yeah, let's make it easy. All right, so we have...
Let me write these picks down, by the way, as well.
Sure. We just mentioned Emmanuel squeaking into the playoffs here, and he plays against Dakari, who took over more than 3/4 of the way into the season. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. We have the top-rated offense with almost 8,000 total yards against a decent offense, middle of the pack. Let's see here. We'll say 55 and 24 for passing and rushing, 5,500 and 2,400 rushing yards, and then we got 45 and 2,000, scoring on average 50 points a game and giving up. Or I'm sorry, that's passing touchdowns. I apologize. Already screwing up. Scoring 34 points per game and 43. So 43-38 would be the final if we went on averages. Defensively, we have middle of the pack with the Colts. Did I pass the Browns already? Where the hell are the Browns? Browns got one of the better defenses in the league, top 10 defense. So Dakari has the better offense. Dakari has the better defense on paper. Let's see who's turning the ball over less. -1 differential and a 2 differential. So on all 3 phases, we have offense Browns, defense Browns, turnover differential Browns. What are your thoughts, Jacob?
So we know Dak's a good user. I think he's had an NFC Championship berth. Not last Madden, but this Madden before. He's a consistent playoff user. Emmanuel was someone that was always a playoff user. Last year, he had a little bit of a fakey addition. This year seems to be back with the Texans, sneaking as the 7th seed.
Colts.
I think it's 2 users on an equal playing field here. It's hard. I'm going to lean Dak here, partially because I think he has the key players. You got Myles Garrett. You got that offense that Braden before he got removed, juiced up, whatever you want to call it. I think it'll come down. This will be a shootout, in my opinion. It's who can get a stop first, and I think that D-line of the Browns can generate that stop, and I think it'll be a close game with the Browns win.
Yeah, I'm going to echo that. I haven't really tuned into too much of Emmanuel this season other than his playoff push at the end of the season. Braden obviously got the Browns into a good place, and Dakari never took his foot off the gas. Like I said, I mean, offense, defensively, and turnover differential, the Browns have this. I'm going to take the Browns, and they'll move down into that bottom bracket. So we'd have the Bills and the Browns thus far for me.
Okay.
Move on to the Raiders and Dolphins. We have TK and Dorian. I think when we did our prediction before, Dorian was a 7 seed, or he was outside of the playoffs, and the Raiders were 4.
I think it was tied for the 7th seed. Looking out, looking in. Out, looking in.
Let's take a look here. I think unless there's a surprise, Dorian's probably ahead of him on offense. Let's take a look.
Definitely passing touchdown wise. I'd assume you are this fall.
So we are looking for Dolphins. We have the Dolphins.
Under the Eagles, yeah. Total yardage.
So we have 50, we'll round up 5,400 and 1,700. And then we have the Colts, or not the Colts, I'm sorry, we're looking for the Raiders. He's gonna have to win on his defense, and his defense is gonna have to stop a very high-powered offense. 4,000 passing yards, 1,700 rushing yards, 30 points per game against a user who is scoring 36. Defensively, this is the test here, right? Raiders top 6 defense. Let's flip it around. Dolphins, one of the top 5 worst defense in the league, so it's 1-1 if we're looking at that. And then I have a feeling, just double check it, who's turning the ball over less? It's Dorian. They're both not making mistakes here. I don't know, that makes things a little bit interesting, doesn't it? Neither one of them are making mistakes. One of them has a good defense, the other one has a bad defense. And one of them has a great offense, and the other one is kind of mid-tier. The stats, for me, would lean more towards TK, but I'm not gonna count Dorian out. Me personally, I think if TK wants to win this game, it's got to be like a field goal game, maximum 30 points, and I don't see how you hold a guy like Dorian down like that for 36 minutes. If TK can force some mistakes, he moves on. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna take Dorian here, 6 seed.
So I'm gonna lean here with you and go with the Dolphins, except, believe it or not, I do not think this will be close. Reason being, Dorian is on a heater right now. Like we said, he's maybe not stopping yards. He's letting up yards, sure, but he's forcing turnovers. Outside of that, his offense is his offense, and he has about 5 different options on offense. Since his bye week,
they didn't see each other. That's what I was looking for, but you were looking at the bye. Just one drop.
This is bye week. He has dropped 1 game by 1, and if you watch that game, it was a red zone pick when I think it was he could have just wound the clock down and taken a field goal, but instead he was passing and tried to get the lead. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I just saw a clip, but like we said, he's on a very good win streak here. He's beat some formidable opponents, the Bengals, the Buccaneers. I think his offense is it's gonna be close, maybe the first quarter, but then his offense will run away with it. So give me the Dolphins.
So we have we both have the 1, 2, and 6 seeds in. Let's move on to the next game. We have the Texans and the Bengals. Hopefully this game can get played before AJ leaves for Paris. Let's take a quick look here at what we're looking at and dealing with.
So we both have the Dolphins, correct?
Yes.
Yep. Right.
So
first upset, if you would call it.
Neck and neck. Two powerful offenses, 5,500 passing yards, 1,700 rushing yards, 36 points per game, against 5,200 passing yards, 2,000 rushing yards, and 36 points per game. So that's a 0.5 difference in points. Texans barely edging that out on offense, but the Bengals obviously overall, they're only beating them by, what is that, 30, I don't even want to do the math because I'll get made fun of. I think it's 34, but it's late, I don't know. 34? You tell me. I think that's right.
I'm not your guy for math. I'll tell you that right now.
Defensively, I would assume, top 5 defense against a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll say top 10 defense. So this is probably the most evenly matched up game we have thus far in terms of across the board. This is where I think things might get a little scary for AJ. Oh my gosh. I take that back, AJ. I'm sorry. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm stumped, bro.
I'm not. I love you, AJ. You know, you are balling the fuck out, but something, I don't know if it's been the most recent patch or whatever it is, but we've spoken outside the server and you are not having the best of times. And, Ryan, you can attest to it. You've seen the messages. He's not having a fun time. And, when you're in that sort of slump and that sort of mindset against Ray, of all people, who, 5-seed, quiet season, all things considered, but it's the playoffs. I think Ray sees red, and it's not Chiefs red right now. And he's the predator. AJ is the prey. And I think he's going to pounce and win this game. Look at me, Ray, sorry.
That's a fair assessment. I think the one thing we got to account into this too is, it's a factor. Not necessarily in this game, but in that first game that we went over, we have weather that can play a factor. Just a shout out to if it decides to rain or if there's heavy snow, that could be a more interesting matchup with the Browns and the Colts. But back to this one, AJ's not making mistakes, but let's check. Let's take a look at the schedule before I go ahead. Throw my prediction in here. I don't know why it goes back to the preseason. I just want to see the quality of opponents he's faced this season. That's a quality win. Just looking through here.
I do believe he's had a relatively...
Yeah, he sure has.
I'm looking at it now. I've been in this position. It was last year with the Lions. You have an easier strength of schedule. And it bites you the ass in the playoffs. When you face a Ray in the wild card, it bites you in the ass.
The turnover differential makes a little bit more sense to me now. I don't think Ray gets bounced in the first round. I think you take Ray here. So that has us with Bills, both of us, Bills, Dolphins, and a rematch of Week 18, Browns, Bengals.
Yeah, so we have the exact same AFC picks, it looks like.
Alright. Let's take a look over here.
Like geniuses or not? Let's find out soon.
We have the Bucks and the Vikings. Buccaneers top 5 offense.
Huh?
Vikings are not at the bottom, and I'm not saying that they should be. I just immediately go to that because it shows more teams. Middle of the pack, so back up to the Bucks. 5,900 passing yards, 1,500 rushing yards. It's a little low for Connor, in my opinion, but it got him where he is. Doesn't matter. Vikings, 4,300 passing yards, 1,500 rushing yards. So Bucks clear cut on that edge. Let's see here. I'm surprised to not see Connor in the top 10 here. Relatively close. Where are the Vikings at? Bucks got the Vikings on defense. And then let's see who's turning the ball over more. The one thing I think we need to point out here too is that I'm almost positive that every single team that we've discussed thus far has had a positive turnover ratio. So obviously if you want to make the playoffs here, you kind of have to not turn the ball over as much as you are taking it away. And I think you see here we got 3 and 3, so kind of a wash there. John's picking the ball off a hell of a lot more. Connor's got some cheeky fumbles in there. Let's see here. What do you got?
I gotta go with Connor. I think it'll be close. They did play in the regular season. I can't remember who got the win here, but regardless, I think Connor is, when it comes to a playoff matchup, he's the more playoff nurtured and built player, because like we know a regular season matchup, yeah, maybe John could get the win, but I think Connor will make this hard. But I do think John's offense will keep it close. But give me the Bucks. They did not face.
They did not play in the regular season. So I will say I'm going to go ahead and pick Connor here. I think John gives him a better game if he plays the way he played me and doesn't just look for Justin Jefferson or whoever down the field. He can't throw the ball down the field on Connor. It's just not going to work out for him. Got to be more tactical and more concise and play good defense. All right, move on to Seahawks and Falcons. We got a matchup for the birds, if you will. Let's see here.
Dirty Birds.
Seahawks with the rookie, 5,100 passing yards, 2,400 rushing yards. And the Falcons, relatively high, 4,700 and 2,000. Defensively, I think this is where the game will be played between these two. And rain could be a factor here in Seattle. Heavy rain. Who's gonna show up first? Falcons.
There we go.
Just barely.
And the Seahawks are right on them, yeah.
Let's look over at turnovers. Seahawks at 10, Falcons at 17 positive. What do you got?
I think this is going to be our closest and most...
I think that's going to be a great game.
Yeah, I think this is the game to watch for the wild card weekend. I think go with Denzel. He was my hottest rider, or hottest form in the NFC. And I do think Jay's had a great season with Milroe and that offense, but he's no slouch on defense, and he's very careful on offense, very ball safe player, and checks the ball. That's all I was looking for. But yeah, give me the Falcons here in a close one, very close one.
I'm going back and forth even up to now. Damn. I want to take Jay, but I don't feel like that's the right pick. Gun to my head, I feel like I gotta pick Denzel. Jay had an off edition last year, and I know that doesn't really mean anything here when he's the 3 seed. He's had a little bit of frustrations over the last couple weeks here. Meanwhile, Denzel is just burning through people trying to get to the playoffs. You know, it doesn't really matter how you start the season, it's about how you finish it. And Denzel finished this season like a division winner. And Jay, you know, Jay did Jay things. He stayed where he needed to stay. He wasn't going to get the 2 seed, and he managed to stay ahead and stay in the 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take Denzel, but that's a tough one. That's a toss-up. You could literally flip a coin. I don't know who you pick there.
Yep. And the best for last.
All right, so we literally have picked the same teams. There's no difference, and you're gonna have one extra prediction here.
And we could look like a bunch of idiots or a bunch of geniuses. I do think we'll have differences when it comes to the divisional based off our picks here, but so for this game, I know where you said you're not going to pick your own game.
Absolutely not.
You want to go over at least?
I'm going to say,
yeah.
So, let's see here. We have a top 10 offense, 4,200 and 2,800 on the ground, and literally few clicks behind is 4,600 through the air and 2,200 on the ground. Defensively, the Panthers are a better team defensively. And then I'm right behind them there. Turnover. I have a +8, and the Panthers have, wow, our first one, a -4. We don't have, they're the only playoff team that has a negative turnover differential. Okay. Alright. Break it down.
You know, I think this is similar to...
I mean, we also have the ability of this. I hate to cut you off. We have this where we don't have it with anybody else.
No, yeah. I do think this is also going to be a closely contested affair. 2 good runners, solid passers, 2 solid defensive players as well. Just match, but I do think the Eagles will get this one mainly because, if I'm not mistaken, it's Rob's first time being here in GOI playoffs. I know he's won the Super Bowl in another league, but you know, ain't no league like the GOI playoffs, as they say in the hood with it. They don't really say that. And I do think Saquon will cause that D-line for the Panthers and linebacker core, the front 7, problems. During a heater with Saquon, and I do think that'll be in your advantage, which will allow you to open the playbook if he loads the box. Those DBs are not built outside of J.C. Horn to handle A.J. Brown, Devonta, Goddard, and so on. Give me the Eagles here by, it'll be a 2-score game. 2-score game.
And then just to mention, weather could obviously factor in here too.
Yep, I'm hoping we see some weather games. As someone who won't be there, I'm hoping I get to enjoy that.
You can see rain, cold. I mean, that's another thing too, cold. Snow, because it could just be freezing. I've seen some kicking meters going a little bit wild when it's just cold. It's not even windy, it's just cold. So that's an interesting thing.
I will mention that will be the case for Buffalo, because even with momentum or whatever, the home momentum off, there is something in Buffalo where that meter is shaking left and right nonstop. So the AFC goes through Buffalo.
So just
good luck kicking field goals there.
Just to reiterate, we have Bills, Dolphins, and Browns, Bengals.
All right.
And then over here we have Packers, Falcons, and Bucks,
Bucks.
and you were the only person who picked this game. Bucks Eagles at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right.
So we will either look like idiots after a while because we have the same picks, or we'll look like geniuses.
I agree. Like I said, the only games that I'm kind of torn up on are honestly the 3-6 matchups, both of them. I hesitated a little bit on the TK pick. Same with Jay.
For me, it's the 3-6 in the NFC, 3-6 in NFC and 2-7 in AFC. Those are my toss-ups.
That's fair. And then really quick, Jacob alerted me that we actually have the rewards, so we're just going to do a quick shout out. Shout out to Willie Beamer, aka Owen Lambert, the former carryover player for me, who won the most valuable player. Beat out a rookie for it, and CJ Stroud and Baker Mayfield. Good names up on that list. Coach of the Year, Obi Kobe, beat out Connor, Rob, Ray, and Jay. Shout out to the AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Mr. Achane. Beat out Jonathan Taylor. It's kind of surprising. And the Defensive Player of the Year, Chop.
Beat out his own teammate, Will Anderson.
And the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Dylan Sampson.
Beat out his own teammate, Isaiah Pond.
And the Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Walker. Shout out to my mans.
Oh, you don't want to do best quarterback, wide receiver?
No, we don't have to. I mean, we can. But
let's briefly skim us.
Let's get a shout out to my mans. New rushing record for in the season and in a game. I didn't even realize it was happening. I checked it after the game and saw it. I was like, oh shit, we did it. Said I was going to be a 2,000-yard rusher. I didn't disappoint. Shout out to Edge. Miss you. Defensive Player of the Year.
Edging it over. Get it?
Wait, what's up?
Yes, sir. Edging it over Cashman. Get it? Edging. Sorry. Luther.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, Luther Burden the third. Not to be confused with Luther Burden the second or junior.
Or the first.
Whichever he prefers. Beat out Jaden Blue, who had a great season as well. And honestly, I'm surprised he's not higher. Jalen Milroe. Shout out to Andrew Makuba, my boy. I remember when somebody said that Hippolyte was going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. He was off by 2 ticks.
It's Hypo. It's not Hippo.
Hippo. Whatever. I don't care. He plays like a hippo. I guess if you want to go through this really quick, we'll just stay in the NFC to make it easier. Shout out Jalen Milroe. Best quarterback in the NFC. Rookie. Saquon Barkley. Mr. Burden. Zach Tom. And Elgton Jenkins.
Not to be mistaken with Elton John.
Micah Parsons. Dallas Turner. Zach Bowen. Blake Cashman. Bro won Defensive Player of the Year and he's third on the list. Make it make sense. Jesse Bates and Harrison Smith. Jair Alexander. Jake Elliott. Shout out Mr. Beamer and CJ Stroud. Mr. Achane and Jonathan Taylor. Isaiah Bond and BTJ. Spencer Brown. Zach Frazier. Mr. Joel. Chop and Greg. Will. Dominique Hampton, Devin White, Jalen Walker, Kalen Bullock, Minka, Dax Hill, and Harrison Butker.
That'll do it for your awards for this.
We'll be back once the wild card round ends to discuss the divisional round. And then, like I said, we will probably be doing a free agency, biggest free agents that are going to be coming up based off of what we see when we go in here. No, I'm not in the right place. Where am I at? Here. So we're just gonna, Jacob and I will pre-do the research for this, and we're just gonna go to people that only have 1 year left on their deal, and see whose teams got the big names that are gonna be hitting free agency potentially. You still could re-sign them, but at the time of the recording, obviously. And then we'll have Kevin on for a two-parter, like we said. We keep bringing it up. We'll definitely have him on for the draft, before the draft. Jacob, last word.
You know, have fun if you haven't. Good luck to those in the playoffs. If you're not in the playoffs next season, you know, and yeah,
I didn't realize you were going to be that short. Playoff teams, have fun. Good luck. People that are watching from the outside, watch some games. See if you can pick up on some tendies that work, or some schemes that might fit your play for next season. Otherwise, enjoy the short vacation from Madden, or use it to lab and get better. We'll see you in a couple of days here for the divisional predictions.